All right, y'all ready? We ready. What's going on, y'all? Toya the T in the building. Here we are, Thursday after Election Day. We still don't have the results in yet. Listen, you know how this started off last time. Last 4 years, what happened? It seemed very similar to what's going on now. It went in slow motion. And here we find ourselves again, 4 years later, in the same situation. Not for nothing. If Trump comes out winning this thing, I won't be surprised. I don't like Trump. Don't think I like Trump. Please don't ever think that I like Trump. I am not with all that foolishness. However, I just try to look at things for face value, man. It is what it is. He is who he is. He is the president. How can I use whatever tactics they got to my benefit, regardless of who gets in office? So here we are, days after the election, and still don't know who the president is. Now, I found something interesting, you guys. Y'all know how we have like the Simpsons. They've been spot on with predictions. And let's talk about influence for a second. Now, I don't think we've ever really dissected the episode of the Simpsons that actually told us what's going to happen on election day. But as I was scrolling through this wonderful social media, what did I see? The Simpsons did a commercial, and Homer Simpson, if he didn't get up and vote, it caused the apocalyptic war that we all seem to be anticipating. So now, if that's not influence to get you to get up and vote, that's something else. And this is how we know things are deeper than what they are. But anywho, here we are. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and the world twiddling our thumbs trying to figure out who's going to be the next president of the United States. So there's a lot of people who not really feeling Trump. There's a lot of people who really not feeling Biden. All right. We talking about the lesser two evils. There's a lot of people that feel like both of them are evil. But in the meantime, between time, I got a tip. Okay. Somebody was like, Toya, we love you and you're cute and all that. Okay. But when you got to do this thing, you got to do this like the big guys. So don't be talking so much. All right. You're cute, but we want to see other stuff too. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Let's see what the internet has to say about the local election. Hey, you guys, thank you for joining me. You say, yes, isn't that crazy? Tomorrow is Friday. Honey, let me tell you something. Why aren't all hands on deck? Why haven't they called out the National Guard for this emergency? This is a national emergency. Why haven't they declared a national emergency in all FBI, CIA, DEA, ATF, you name it? If you work for the United States government right now, you all need to have your butts up in the counting and ballots so we can get this thing on the road, honey. I'm not going to say that, but before they drag this out and cheat. But neither here nor there, we need to go ahead to the amendment. What does it say about a draw? What does it say about a situation like this? If we should happen to have a draw, what happens? We have a runoff. Are we going to have a runoff? Because now in the event that it is suspected that someone is cheating, what do we do in this situation? We've never been in this situation. So is this the point in time where now we start to create a new amendment or a new law to where in the event that in our future this should happen? How do we determine that if all the lights were to go out and we still had to vote, and we all decided to vote by paper because all the lights were out for weeks, okay? And if we had to do that, actually, how long would it take? And not for nothing, it makes me think about previous elections now. Because if you didn't have the manpower then and you don't have the manpower now, what were you doing with the millions of ballots that were once paper before we went to computers? I'm just saying. But let's just see what we got going on here. Let's do our screen share and see what the internet got to say about the Biden election and what our possibilities are. So I'm going to do the screen share from StreamYard, you guys. I'm not exactly sure if I'm on Facebook, but I'm going to make sure I turn this around so you guys can see this too. All right, so let me go over here. Wow. You know, the internet is a mighty funny little animal, honey. It does what it wants to do when it wants to do it. And it's giving me a couple of problems to go ahead and check out this video. But let me just go ahead and play this. We're going to actually see what's going on, what people are thinking. What is Google thinking? Y'all know we Google everything. What is Google thinking about the election? So let's check out Channel 7 News, you guys. We're going to go ahead and screen share this. I'm going to give y'all the whole screen.
Derail's homemade, delicious and slow simmered Italian tomatoes. It's also a vibe, a moment, a memory that never fades.
All right.
Delicious is spicy, it's sweet. Delicious is always worth it. Put real delicious ingredients in, only delicious food comes out. So manja, go make that thing you've been craving. Because delicious isn't gonna do itself. Rayo's homemade, make every day delicious.
O'clock, I'm David Ono in for Ellen Leva.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. We're live right now on ABC7, ABC7.com, and streaming on the ABC7 Los Angeles app and Hulu Live. Election day finally here. Roughly 100 million Americans have already voted, but experts say we likely will not know who wins the presidential election tonight.
The polls are open until 8 o'clock tonight. Unlike previous elections, you might not see long lines after the record number of early voters. Officials say so far things are running smoothly. And we have live team coverage with reporters across the South. And we begin with Sid Garcia, live at Dodger Stadium, where voters have been filing in all day. Sid?
Very busy here at Dodger Stadium, and this is one of nearly 800 places to cast your vote. Of the 4 million registered voters in LA County, the registrar tells us most of them voted early. There was plenty to cheer about at polling places across Southern California. At the West Angeles Cathedral, everything was running smoothly as people came in to exercise their right to vote.
It feels good. I feel like I've accomplished something. I feel like my vote matters, and it does. So it's a good feeling.
I just feel good about voting, exercising my right. You know, I think everybody should get out there and do it, exercise your right. I mean, that's what it's for.
According to the LA County Registrar's Office, when the polls opened at 7 this morning, just over 3.1 million votes have been cast from early voting and by mail. There are 4.3 million registered voters in Los Angeles County.
So far today, things have been moving smoothly. There have not been any significant delays. But as we get later in the...
All right. So, y'all hear those numbers? I don't think y'all heard those numbers. Yeah, 3.1 million in paper ballots. How long do you think it's going to take to count all those ballots? That's just for one state. Now, depending on how the volunteer population is in said given county, how long do you think it's going to take to count 3.1 million ballots? I'm just saying. At the end of the day, we have a job to do. And for those of us that do not want Donald Trump to win, I hope we've done our due diligence with not only understanding that we have to be active in this election, but for some of us, we just don't get or understand that the president affects us down here. We need to be focusing on our local mayors, our local commissioners, our local sheriffs, our local coroners, our local senators, our House representatives, things of that nature, things that actually affect us locally around our city. So let's not lose this momentum, y'all, after this actual season. This is a very important season. And if Donald Trump is going to get out of here and we're not going to let the next scumbag get in office, we're going to have to do our due diligence consistently. This is a game. This is like, in basketball, when they formulate their team, right? They set their people up. You know what I mean? They have all these players on there, and as the best players come, they just kind of grab them, and they just be the best. Well, when it comes to voting, you got people who already stand for certain values. They're a team that's supposed to go against your team. And their job is to groom and find the best people to be against your agenda. So if we sleep on the local election and we let all their friends and buddies and cousins and nephews and aunts and uncles and corporate sponsors get in there, what do we think is going to happen 18 years down the line when the specific said person actually runs? Just because you got your own plan going on, don't mean that ain't nobody else in the background thinking about their own plan they got going on there too. So we must be active. We must be very active. Not only this election season, because we had to hump so hard. I mean, like, we were working hard with election. Not me. I just felt like from the beginning he was going to win again. But he's not here. I did my due diligence. I voted. Now we're waiting. And if he wins again, now what? If Donald Trump is our president again, then what? I definitely don't think that the solution or the answer is to feel so proud about yourself where you feel the need to want to go harm and tear and destruct or call yourselves inciting murders and deaths to people or people of color because of an election. Surely we're not that petty as Americans. Surely, even if you're a racist, in 2020, with yourself having kids and a family, what we're doing at this old age is using this energy to get mad at someone because they got a difference of opinion enough to the point to where we still want to continue to burn down their houses, drag them out of houses, and think we're going to brutally murder and beat. Like, that's a serious mental problem. However, I don't think this generation is going to stand by and let that happen. Just saying. But because we found ourselves in such a critical situation this election season, this only shows us why we should be much more diligent every single election season. Now, I was having intentions to actually reach out to a guest on tonight and have them come on the show, because there's a couple of things it's bothering me with said local officials. Okay, so this is my thing. We the people, right, vote for you. Okay, and that's all of us as a collective. And what happens is when it's election season, you come and you act as if you like everybody. You don't care what the circumstances are. If they able to vote, you want them to vote for you. Most of you guys are users because you really don't care about anybody until you get that vote. Once you get that vote, can't nobody get you on the phone. As a matter of fact, we need to be blowing your phone up. It's not our fault that you want to be an elected official. If a person that lives in the county that especially you expect a vote from, they should be able to call you on your phone, get in touch with you, get a response back because you needed that vote. It shouldn't just be the ones that give you money, the ones that the pastors shouldn't be the only one that can get in touch with our commissioners and our mayors and things of that nature. Why can't we? We create this huge campaign. Go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. But I need this huge campaign going too because my rent's still jacked up because I can't work right like I'm supposed to. I need y'all to use that same voting energy for the millions and millions of Americans' money that they need due to this foolishness. We ain't had nothing to do with. We do our best to do our due diligence. We work, we pay taxes, we let y'all take your money first, we get what y'all give us back. Only thing we expect for y'all to do is to run the country. Instead, we got Bingling Brothers, Bonham Bailey Circus running around on the screen, and we can't even get through an election. I don't understand it. But at any rate, America, the same energy that we're using for this election, I expect for us to use the same energy when it comes to repairing millions of Americans' homes and replacing their funding and helping us get jobs and start businesses to account help assist these new industries that we have after Corona now. We need help. And the same energy y'all using to get us all to vote, we need y'all to keep up that same momentum, America. Local officials, state officials, federal officials, judges, and so forth. use that same campaign energy. People are about to get put out their houses. Some of you guys own percentages and part of these companies that are going to capitalize off of some of our debts. Some of you are in a tax bracket that the reason why you're voting for Trump is because the fat of your pocket's going to be. Do y'all understand that in our communities, most of our communities are opportunity zones? Whatever you buy in our community, the government is going to match you dollar for dollar. But why can't we buy anything in our community? Somebody tell me that. I'm a vote. I done voted, and every time I go to the tax assessor office, I'm having a problem purchasing property. Tell me, why am I still gonna vote? Why do I feel like I should really continue as time goes on to think that the vote counts if I can't even go purchase property? And I know really the reason why they wouldn't let me have that property is because I'm a brown girl. Basically, in a nutshell, wasn't because of anything else. You have property available by state or by law, and what you're telling me is when it's time for me to start to try to do things to elevate you, that energy is gone now. But you had that energy election time, and the thing that gets me the most is that when you have this energy at election time, you still don't make nothing shake. You take a phone call, you see, I'll see what I can do. But collectively, as a whole, what do you really make happen? I have a Facebook friend who put a certain said local official on blast about his area and his community. And throughout the post, it was coming off like, why was he mad at the actual official about keeping the community clean when the residents in the community should be the ones to keep the community clean? Okay, now, the reason why we hold our local officials that come and bother us, you get on our phones, you text, you interrupt us from doing whatever we're doing to vote for you. You put these commercials all over TV to vote for you. You tell us all these things about what you're going to do with taxes and helping and put credits and all this stuff here. You do that all while your season is there, okay, to do things for us. And then what we do is we work, we go home, we pay your taxes because you are the ones that's supposed to orchestrate and illustrate the things you need done. You got code enforcement. You got sanitation. You got parks and recreation. You got a Department of Transportation. You got all these thousands of places that we pay our tax dollars to help operate. At least that's the perception. But we're still walking around here on nasty streets. Well, I don't care if they even are on welfare. The fact of the matter is, anybody that works and paid $1 in a tax, that's your customer. You work for them because if it wasn't for them, making sure that they had something for you to pick up off the street, making sure you had crime to come incriminate. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have that job. So with that being said, you're absolutely right. If you're going to run for an elected official, you're supposed to be running to fix the community. If we had code enforcement, why do we have dilapidated buildings in the first place? Why are we not holding these landlords accountable? Where's the hiccup in the system? I'm just saying. If we have code enforcement, why are the homes dilapidated? How are we getting around here with slumlords if we got code enforcement? You'll come mess with me about putting a banner up outside my business, but you're not going around messing with these people about making sure that the dollars that they paying these people, they got homes that are up to regulation and code. But you want to go to McDonald's and make sure all that ketchup is on your burger. And if all that ketchup ain't on your burger, you want to act a fool. But all day you've been down at the code enforcement office not doing nothing because you feel a kind of way because you feel like they dirty up their community. You don't want to do your job that you're sworn to do. Well, that's probably why America is in the state that we're in. As Americans, you guys, We need to understand something. This is a collective effort. This is the greatest city in the nation. And not only is this the greatest city in the nation, I mean, the greatest nation in the world. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said city, but the greatest nation in the world. And this is the greatest nation in the world because of you. You're the best thing that ever happened to America. All of us collectively as a whole. No matter the atrocities, no matter the ups and downs and ins and outs we might have been through, we're still the greatest nation in the world. America was supposed to stand for something. America was supposed to represent freedom, life, liberty, the American way, and the ability to fight through the norms and the setbacks that other people have set before you. Like, this is the place where you're supposed to be able to achieve it, man. And this is what we got. Broadcast it and spread across the world. I'm a little disappointed in America. I'm a little bit heartbroken. I'm a little bit disturbed. I'm never going to be too proud to be an American. I'm not going to be not proud to be an American. But I do think that as an American, I've let a lot of time slip by not doing my diligence, making sure that you guys were doing your jobs. And it's been because of my ability to be lenient and allow you guys or at least expect you guys to maintain a certain level of integrity and honor as you become our representatives. And because I thought you guys had honor and integrity, I didn't pay you guys no attention. It's like, hey, you're the mayor. If you're the commissioner, commission. If you're the sheriff. You're supposed to be the best of the best. But clearly that's not the case. That's why we're taking over. The good people. So, I beg to differ about people who are Christians, keep politics separate from Christianity. I disagree. All the Christians need to take over. There's a big thing right now where they say in China that they're persecuting Christians. I'm sure they are. They've always persecuted Christians. But if the power in me is stronger than he who is in the world, honey, seems like we got some slingshot and some rocking to do. I'm just saying, y'all. But all right, look, I'm not going to keep on talking, honey. I'm going to go ahead to this second clip here. I'm going to go ahead and show this because these people, they got a little map. And let's see if I can get y'all to see this little map, y'all. So, well, actually, I'm going to turn it this way because I want to be able to zoom in, but it looks like when I'm on live, it won't let me zoom in. So listen, I think I can zoom in on here though. Oh, no, I don't want to zoom in like that. Well, at any rate, y'all, while I fool on trying to make this map smaller, this is a map of the current status of America as far as the voting process is concerned. Okay, I'm trying to pinch it and it's not going back to what it used to be. So let me go back out of here and let me go back that way like that so we can see what's going on. All right, there you go, y'all. Y'all see that map right there, right there. All right, now listen. That's the map currently. Okay. All right, so y'all see these statistics right now. I don't know what y'all been looking at, honey, but this is what we got going on right now. So have y'all noticed that Joe Biden has been stuck at that 264 for the longest time? Okay, they're documenting that right now. They're at right at about 264 to 214. They need 270 to win. This was updated at 6:50 p.m. Y'all, 6:50 p.m. All right. They said about 78% of the votes are in. However, so far we are very, very close. If you guys see this, you got Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. Joe Biden is coming in there with a 50.4% lead over Trump, which is coming in at 47.9. Y'all see those numbers? It's the real deal here. Okay. Trump coming at 47. That is too close, y'all. That is too close. Georgia, we got 99% of 99% of reporting in Georgia. I'm sorry, let me move my finger, y'all. Let me bring this down some. I don't think y'all can see that. Y'all see that? 99% of their votes, 16 electoral votes. 99% voted Biden, 49%, Trump 49.5. It's a very close percentage, but look at the lead that Trump has. I just said the other day, 7,000 folks, and it's probably going to be black folks. It's going to be like the difference in this cat winning, man. So even by a small percentage, it looked like Trump is winning Georgia as a 659, 650, 649, or whatever time that was, with 16 electoral votes. Then right now we're going on to Nevada, as y'all see. Nevada, Biden is leading and Trump is coming up from behind for 48.5, but they only got 76% of reporting in, man. When we start talking about statistics and probabilities and numbers, man, and we start looking at the numbers of the people who could potentially like Trump, and let's just say if we all was to say, you know, most Caucasians, which we know is not the case, a lot of African Americans like him too. But when it comes down to Nevada, it's very, very close. And with 76%, we haven't even begun to really hit those numbers there. And we know how that could potentially swing. I mean, let's just be honest. Nevada's about money, man. Let's just be honest. Nevada is about money, man. So now we're going to go to North Carolina. Does that shock you that North Carolina won with 50.1%? We know they still got a little racism in them. Okay. They had 94% vote status right now, 15 electoral votes for Trump. All right. Pennsylvania, they up there carrying on right now. 50%. He in the lead too. Them quiet races up there. 89% for Pennsylvania. Then we coming into Arizona, 50.4. Here we go. Let me go ahead and share this with y'all on StreamYard. Let me share this with my StreamYard people. I'm sorry. Did I leave you guys out? I did. Let's see. I think this is it. Share that one. It is it. Look at this. Okay. Let me go ahead and make that big again, honey, because we need to go ahead and see these numbers. Do you see that? So now this is critical. This is critical because these are states that are like, I mean, this is what we need. This is what we need. If he's not going to win, this is what we need. Now, this is the shocker to me with Wisconsin. They still got 1% in there to get on it, but we got Biden winning Wisconsin. Texas only got 85%. Do you know what number Texas is going to be? Look at the electoral votes. Now you see why? Texas is huge. They're about money, man. They're about money and tax cuts. Ain't nobody go against the money, man. Look at Ohio. Y'all don't see that right there. Y'all don't see that right there. Let's go ahead and come down some more. New Hampshire and Michigan. All right, so we got 1% in Michigan. It looks like Trump is not going to come back from that. 50.6, he's not going to come back from that. Michigan looks like they're going to have that. New Hampshire's going to have that. I mean, are they really money states, though? I mean, don't get me wrong. Michigan is cool. New Hampshire is cool. But are they really money states, though? I mean, I'm just saying. So, now, Florida, does that shock you? Iowa, does that shock you? Arizona shocks me. 48 in Arizona, I just knew he was going to get that. But look, we still got 89% reporting to do. 89% reporting in Arizona. 11 more percent to go. So, y'all, listen. I don't know if our due diligence worked or not. I don't know. You know, all I know is that I had a feeling that this clown was going to win again. I never really did like the circus, though. Never really did like the circus. But these are your numbers. This is where we are. And not to mention, you know, let's see what they're saying about absentee ballots. Let me look that up. Because we got millions of absentee ballots that still need to be counted. So these numbers, what are these numbers for? Why don't we already have a running total every election? Why isn't the election season open all the time anyway? Why? We just need all the vote, just vote all year long. Because ain't nobody got no time for this. Y'all ain't got the manpower. And then you want somebody to come volunteer and count 3.1 million paper ballot votes. Come on with the jokes, man. Use that same energy, man. Use that same energy repairing many of Americans' financial statuses. Make sure y'all use that same energy when it comes to allowing us to get loans now. We need loans now. We finna be in a toilet behind Corona. A lot of people. Toilet, credit down a toilet. We finna be losing houses and cars and clothes and all this foolishness you got going on. We should be allowed under special circumstances as individuals to get loans to power the economy. How about that? How about instead of you worrying about that $2,000, if you know you're gonna give us that $2,000, which whoever don't make sure they take care of us, y'all know we're gonna turn up. But if you don't give us $2,000, we need to be getting special loans. We need to power the economy. So let me tell you what we're gonna do. Y'all gonna shift. You're gonna give us that $2,000. That's gonna put us in a different bracket, right? Economically, right? They're gonna allow us to be able to go to these banks. Because if we don't, you're gonna crash anyway. So we're gonna be able to go to these banks and get these loans and pay at a very low interest rate fee, 1% probably for everybody, and then we get some negotiable payments due to all of you guys allowing this president to take office and allow us to happen. All y'all responsible, not just the president. So we the people, once y'all start rolling that $2,000 a month, that sound real good. Once y'all start rolling that next year, 2021, till y'all figure out this vaccine that's going to have to always be right. I'm not getting it, but y'all going to have to figure it out. And whoever want it, it's going to have to be right for whoever get it. But when y'all run this $2,000, y'all might as well go on and let them banks allow us to get the money that we need to do what we need to do. Period. We need to re-stimulate the economy, right? We have a whole new industry with Corona. We've woken up dead industries with Corona. So with that being said, we can start to now focus on supply chain management and logistics straight from your homes. And we can now begin to utilize all those industries, you know, all that food service people. No, we need y'all because this is all about time and temperatures, right? So all of our food service people, what we need to do, we need to be inspectors. We need to go around and inspect houses as we're producing and distributing these things. Open up other streams of revenue. We can't get together like we used to. So that's a market that we lost. But now we have to capitulate on the markets that have just opened back up. So now, because we need to bring these things back to America and start production, we need to start production from individual homes. And this is how we're going to start to restabilize and reboot America. We need our banks to give us loans. We need our banks to give us loans, especially after this. Any American that's been affected by Corona, if they've received any type of assistance, they should be able to go to a bank and get a loan to be able to help them start or propel a business. Because we don't have nothing to do with your clown show. We hired you guys. We elected you guys thinking that you would hold it down, and you're not holding it down. You're all up there looking like clowns and bozo and tigers jumping through hoops and just foolishness. Your show don't look like a bunch of Democratic and Republican people that's supposed to operate a well-oiled machine like America. That is not what you guys are acting like. And whatever y'all got going on, it has nothing to do with the American people. Y'all better make sure we straight after this. Period. It is what it is, y'all. Let's see what's going on with these absentee ballots, man. It's almost that time for me to get ready to wrap it up. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about these absentee ballots real quick. And this is just a little bit of what we got to face as we are finishing this election up, you know. And if I'm not mistaken, Raffenheimer, you know, I'm always mess up the name, Raffenberger, what's his name? Up there at the state, he said he needed them to be counted by Friday. They're not going to be done by Friday. And if they're not done by Friday, then what? But it's neither here nor there. But just let's see what we got going on here when we start talking about absentee ballots, man. Millions. Okay, so they don't have a video, so listen. The margin over Biden was 76,000 votes, 6,317 military votes were counted. There are still some overseas votes counted. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. No. Yeah, there's 17,000 military and overseas ballots that has been counted, included 6,317 of them were military. So there's a lot of military ballots that aren't counted. Georgia, 5,203 military ballots were counted. Nevada, 2,677 military voter ballots have been counted. I'm not even going to keep on going. That's just a portion of ballots. Can we have that done by Friday? You think so? And what are the circumstances now? Do the circumstances change now? If we're not going to get them to count in, it can take until January to count the ballots. What's going on, America? Why are we not hearing nothing, saying something? What are we going to do? Are we going to put new rules in the rule book? Are we going to place new amendments and new clauses now under these circumstances? Have we ever been through this before? I'm quite sure we have. If we did, we'll probably find something. But what are we going to do? We need to know. But listen, that's my time, y'all. Y'all know I don't stay on here long. Okay? Now I'm still trying to keep up with my schedule. However, it's been a lot going on this week, this month it's just been a lot, like seriously. But we're going to be getting back on track. We're still trying to play it low, see what's going on. I'm doing a lot of research over here, y'all, trying to see exactly what's going on and how we can make some changes. So I need y'all to stay tuned. Holla at your girl. Go check me out on all social media, y'all. Toya T. I'm just talking. But y'all know I had to go ahead and say something about this election, man. I've said for a long time, I think this man is going to win. Period. A lot of people might not want to see it. A lot of people don't want to recognize it. I think about the Antichrist all the time. But the Antichrist said that they're going to be someone that everybody likes. That's why they thought it was Obama. But no, it wasn't him. I guess we'll see. I'm not going to put out any predictions out there, but if Biden gets in office in 3.5 years after he gets in there, if they knock him off, I'm just saying. But no. All right, y'all. I'm going. I got the pack because I'm finna have to fly to Texas for a couple of days, honey. And I got a lot of editing to do, y'all. But I want to thank y'all for joining me. But I know I had to say something about this military. I mean, not the military, about this voting process, y'all. I had to say something about this voting process because let me tell you something. Ain't nobody got no time for that. You heard? Ain't nobody got no time for that. Ain't nobody got no time to be sitting up here fooling with these people. And we know they ain't been doing what they supposed to. We know that. We know they need to be watched. And we still playing like we don't want to watch them. But I'm going to be the watcher. I'm going to be the watcher. And I'll come back and I'm going to tell y'all what I think. And then y'all can just take it and do what y'all want to do with it. It's cool. I don't even care. Look out for these absentee ballots. Make sure y'all be on the phone. Who you elected? Do you know who your local representative is right now? Right now? Do you have access? If you don't have access to them right now, start getting access to them because we finna get on their nerves. You talking about a campaign. We gonna run a campaign of people getting on our local official nerves until things get shaken. That's what we're gonna run. We're gonna flip the campaign on them. Instead of them calling our phones all day long, texting our phones all day long, we're gonna get their numbers and call their phones all day long. Hey, I need this. Hey, I need that. Hey, I need this. We're gonna make them earn their paycheck this year. How much you getting? 25,000, 26,000. Well, we're gonna work the snots out of you. So if you don't like working, you might not want to be our commissioner. Because we is not gonna pay enough for the work we finna make you do. I'm just saying, but I gotta go read this Facebook quote. Look, I just seen, I get all my notifications, and I seen something drop down right now. I don't know. They look like, I don't know who they were talking about, but I need to go read that. So I'm finna go. Y'all think about what I said, man. I'm gonna do me a little couple of TikToks. I'm finished sipping on my tea because you know I'm 12 the tea on all social media. TOYAWITDATEA. You know that's me. Holla at your girl. And give me your feedback. People be acting like they're scared to say something. Like they be blocking what y'all be saying. I don't know, but I'm good. Thank y'all. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. I'm going to take y'all with me to Texas. All right? But in the meantime, between time, I'll see y'all later. Bye. That's right, you guys. So thank you for staying with me while I go ahead and finish up my little Facebook Live. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Welcome to the Tea Room, man. I hope you, I don't know, like, share, subscribe. Maybe you got questions, comments, or concerns. Maybe you want to say something. Drop your info, man. If not, like, share, subscribe. If there's anything you'd like to say, go ahead and let me know. Holla at your girl. TOYAWITDATEA on all social media. Just stay tuned, man. I got you. In the meantime, between time, Toya with the T, signing off. Love y'all. Bye.